Hey guys, Reaper Gaming here. Welcome back to a brand new video today. So today's new video, it's not going to really be any gameplay video. It's just going to be the episode, or whatever you want to call it, we're going to talk about one of the Rainbow Six Siege operators, the attacking operator, and his name is Maverick. He was in the Operation Grim Sky. So if you go over to Maverick on the attacker side in Rainbow Six Siege, even if you don't have him, you can just go look at him in his bio. If you go down to his hold up. If you go down to his bio, you're gonna see the background story details and whatever else is gonna be there. And plus, on top of that, his normal look on the right, and plus what it looks like to be his elite skin. We're gonna talk about his elite skin later on in the video, but we're just going to focus on all information I know first. So, we're going to jump into the background. The devils and the details, that's where you'll find me. Bustin Eric Throne came from a Mugain home and ranked in the top 2% in intelligence after high school. Has installed with the U.S. Army, rose in rank over a short period of time. He learned Daro, became intelligence officer serving in Kabu, used as fortune. Reporters, adventures, and crime flocked to the city. Thorne was known as the underground club circuit, and it was among locals of Punisher player. Thorne was invited into the unit as their regional specialist. Following selection, he remained in country, gathered intel, building networks of allies and safe houses, and tracking hostiles. As the situation in Cobra worsened, Thorne kept tabs on American rescuing them when necessary and helping locals escape the violence. He was investigating a missing report. The unit lost contact with him. After 2 years of silence, he re-emerged with enough intel to dismantle a major insurgents operation. There were still questions regarding his disappearance, but he was exaggerate. I don't know how to say that. And his testimony sealed his successful mission, along with his expression gained him the attention of Six. Okay, that was the background story, but now we're going to read his psychologist report. I knew specialist Eric Maverick Throne. Well, before his disappearance, he was a legend among intelligent collectors as the spook who went native. He's often difficult to engage with since he's incredibly intelligent and able to read others without remarking instance. But ask him about Kabru or Bruce, I don't know how to say that, but you can see it. He could barely contain his excitement. I never seen an old man sell their services on street corners to write love letters before, so it's hardly surprising he took to Afghanistan. It's a between culture when expats began partying in underground clubs and drinking at restaurants, and Specialist Throne made it that the Kobo was going to pop hard. The Western would become easy targets. He saw the writing on the wall before anyone else did. From a young age, Specialist Thorne handled an almost overwhelming amount of sensory input that would have shut down most kids. And instead, he compartmentalized and destructs everything around him way too fun detection. It's one reason I think emphasized his emotions. His parents were loving but rage. They barely let him explore his own neighborhood. It's what drove him to join the army, to experience a world and could only dream about. It's hardly surprising Kibo left such heavy impact on him. I don't think he emerged from his shell until they start traveling, and even though his mind is with us, but his heart is in Kabu. Specialist Storm has displayed remarkable empathy streaming from his ability to watch, listen, and distract people conflict in him. That's why he survived in Kabu as a fly on the wall. I'm still going through debriefs regarding his disappearance. It reads like a terrifying thriller, but the scars that came with his experience have only tied him more closely to Afghanistan. I think his tattoo is a reminder of that life. Dr. Harry Prayson, director of Rainbow. Okay, now we're going to go through the training units he went through. He went through the United States Army, U.S. Army Special Forces, the unit. Relevant experience, Operation Cobra Zinger, Operation Mustar. Now we're going to head to the notes. And this note is by Specialist Jordan Thermite Trace. I admit that not as much work was put into Specialist Throne's torch as the Brimstone. He had already had a fully functioning prototype that instance did what it's supposed to do, able to shut a poor man's vision. I gotta say, though, it's amazing that he was able to even build the V1 torch with such basic tools. Specialist Cohen and I are experts at breaching and entering, but SWAT designed the M120 in Barshmore to raid the enemy and have the blast take them by surprise. Then we were pretended with Sir. As Throne likes to call it, we knew most critical aspect was the low volume sound. That challenge was retain that quality, but intensify and accelerate the heart, since the rate at which the prototype flame was steaming would take hours to breeze through it. Adding oil and some propane into the mix steam to do the trick. We got one of a hell of a torch. Throne insists that he was incorporate that a tank he brought back with him from Afghanistan, which he claims has been with him since the beginning, whatever that means. So that's a little bit of background in the story and everything. But Maverick, he is what his name is, obviously operator name, Eric Throne, nickname Maverick. Works for Grim Sky. The day of birth was April 20th, and his age is 36. Place of birth, Boston, Massachusetts. But now we're going to start focusing on his elite skin. So, after Maverick came out, there has not really been anything about a elite skin or anything about it. But as me and my cousin, I'm not gonna pronounce his name, but his name is the Redneck 410. We like to play Rainbow Six Siege a lot. Maverick is his main, but I also like Maverick. It's complicated to explain, but the main thing we've been wondering, was there ever going to be a elite skin for him? But we never thought about it. We did talk about it, but we just never thought there would be one until I saw this screenshot. Well, I took a screenshot of this thing that was called Elite Skin for Maverick. More information. When you buy Maverick, Attacker, and click on Bio, you can see him in his normal uniform on right. Hey guys, casual person. That would be not how the day of birth. When you buy Maverick, Attacker, and click on Bio, you can see him in his normal uniform on right, but on left you see him in a black hoodie and without cap as total casual person. That would be not how the elite skin would look like. Name would be Quiet Shadow. Legendary skin for gun colors would be silver and black. Person standing there and fire from Breach Torch. The name of legendary skin for guns would be Shadow. Breach Torch would like more casual, and name would be Breach and Showdown or Shadow Breach or Dark Breach. MVP's animation would look like it's dark and it's raining, and Maverick would come there from dark and take out Breach Torch, and right hand will trigger it to see fire, or he comes from the left from dark and take out Breach Torch. But when this guy leaked it, it was leaked May 16th, 2019 of last year. So it's almost been, it hasn't even been a year since we talked, since anybody thought about it. But after I took time, something always made me question, why does Maverick, when you go check his bio, have two sides? It's simple. One, what he normally likes. On the left, it's his elite skin. So this is where I'm coming from, where it might be the elite skin, but I don't know. We'll have to take time, patience, till Rainbow does something about it. But we don't know. But like always, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next video.